Okay, this is a longer version of the short that I just did for what's blocking you from love. And this really came up strong this morning when I woke up. I really wanted to find out for the collective what is blocking you, and I feel like you have, right now, you have this emotional hangover from this past breakup. But it's been a while. I feel like you are pretty much over the whole thing, but there's still a little bit of a thread of connection with this person. And what's happening is it's actually preventing you from being open for someone else to come in. And so what I'm seeing here is that you've been diving, it's almost like you're being very imbalanced and diving into work and not allowing yourself to be open and vulnerable because of feeling this this battle, war-torn battle. Like you're just like, no, I'm not into that. I'm not. And so that's what you're putting out to the world when you're going out into, whatever you're doing, your daily activities. This is you have this protection energy around you that you're just like, nope, not ready. And that's okay. You don't have to be ready right now. But if you're wondering, like, why am I not ready, or why can't I find someone, this is the deep dive that we're doing. We're looking into what is it that's blocking you. So a lot of times that's what we do as humans. We either obsess over trying to get this person back, and we look at social media, we talk to our friends, we do all this stuff, which is very normal, and I don't want you to beat yourself up if you are doing that. Others of us will dive right into work, become workaholics, completely take all of our energy that we were putting into that relationship into work, but not necessarily doing the healing. Now, I feel for you that you are doing the healing work, but it's almost like to an extreme where you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself and you're beating yourself up, and that's where those limiting thoughts and beliefs are coming in, as well as kind of almost unrealistic expectations of what a relationship looks like. Now, I feel like this past relationship that you were in was a redirect. Like the universe is redirecting you into something that is so much better, that's going to be so much better for you, and it's going to knock the socks off of you, basically. Something new. But right now, you're not allowing yourself to open up to this because of all the energy that you're focused on, and especially these limiting beliefs. What I'm hearing is you're thinking that you may not find someone like that, where you have, the feelings like I'm never going to feel this way towards someone. So that's a limiting belief, because if you believe it, then that's going to be what you're going to experience. You're never going to let somebody else in. You're going to keep that door closed. So this is what I do with my private clients, is I help you to release what's in the way for wanting to and wanting anything that you want in life, to experience anything you want in life, whether it's a relationship or better health, better wealth, whatever it is. Because whatever we're thinking and feeling is exactly what we are experiencing out there. What we are holding in mind is exactly what we are experiencing. So we can't blame anybody else. We can't blame someone for not loving us. Okay? Easier said than done, right? But in the case that, for you and the past relationship, what I'm feeling is that this is so human, guys, is that we think that because it didn't work out in a relationship, that love is being taken away from us, from the universe. And that's not true, because you are love. And I know that sounds very cliche, like, oh, I am the love I'm seeking, but you truly are. And when you can experience that, not just keep it intellectual, but you experience it, then that changes your frequency, it changes your vibration. And when you're out in public, everything starts shifting and people respond to you differently. They respond to you. Because you're open. And when you're open, other people will be open to you. If you're closed, people will be closed to you. Okay? So what I see here is thinking, believing that your own thoughts, believing that, oh, I'm not going to find somebody where I'm not going to feel that way towards anyone else again. That's a limiting belief. Okay. I feel like these tendencies, this whole breakup was an opportunity for you to really get vulnerable and to really heal those deep core wounds. For some of you, I feel like you chose this person because that person was familiar. That person was felt very familiar to the kind of love that you've had in the past from childhood. And that is not necessarily healthy. And so, but this felt like home. So this is another opportunity to really open up and allow yourself to release these thoughts. Okay, so right now I'm going to do a mini energy clearing for you, which is what I did in the short video. But I want you to really tune in to whatever's coming up, whatever limiting thoughts and beliefs that are coming up for you. And if they are coming up, write them down, because I want you to look specifically at these thoughts and consciously release them, because that's what releasing is about. It doesn't mean, sometimes when you're fully released, they never come back. And if they do, don't be discouraged, because what happens is those thoughts will come up, but they won't have such a grip on you anymore, because they're like clouds. They're just passing through. So you just let them pass through. You don't hold on, you don't grab them, and you don't hold on and personalize them. Because basically where we get in trouble is we're personalizing our own thoughts and feelings. And we make them our own, and we own them. We don't want to do that. Okay, this may be very new to you, but when you are releasing, you're releasing tendencies of thinking, and then you're releasing. When you release a tendency, you're releasing thousands and thousands of thoughts that no longer serve you. Okay, you don't need to hold on to these. And that's how you can really free yourself up from heartbreak, from being war-torn, battle-torn, and start to believe in love again. Because you're actually just tuning into the love that you are, that love never left you, even though it feels like it with certain people that you've experienced in your life, okay? So basically, take a deep inhale, exhale, and see where you're feeling the thought, the feeling and sensation in the body. Where is it that you're holding on to? This thought, this feeling. And a lot of times it's in the heart chakra, okay? And so for right now, what I'm feeling is it's in your heart chakra. And it's something that you've been avoiding. You've been like focusing on being in the mind, focusing on work, doing all these different things. And now it's undeniable. The feelings are coming up in the heart going, I want a partner. I want to have fun. I want to participate in life, because you're not letting yourself participate in life. You're kind of still holding on to hope with this person, and you're holding on to almost playing a victim. And I hate to be in your face about this, but where you're like, okay, that was hard. I don't think I wanted to open myself up right now. But then there's another part of you inside that's screaming for something to happen, because you're isolating yourself. and you don't even realize you're doing that. And for some of you, it might come as a shock, like, oh my God, really? I'm isolating myself. Oh my God. So you want to really let that go, okay? And start to participate in life again. Put yourself out there. Yeah, take a deep inhale, exhale. Good. I'm sending you energy into the heart, releasing the memories, filling it back in with contentment, happiness, peace. Because a lot of times when we're holding on to someone, it's very human. But it's what it is we're shutting God out, basically, when we're focused so much on one person and we're just holding on for dear life. We're not letting the love that we are be. And so therefore it's hard to be there for ourselves. It's hard to be there for other people because we're still like focused on the heartbreak. So release the focusing on the heartbreak, because this is going to free you up to be a magnet for someone that's going to reciprocate what you have to offer, because you do, and you're not believing that you can, because this other person could not reciprocate that love back. And that's not because of you. That's what I'm getting. It's not because of you. It's their inability to give it to themselves, let alone other people, let alone a partner. And you waited for a long time, and you finally walked away, gave up. But you feel discarded by this person, when actually you walked away. You walked away from this. So see how the mind will play these tricks, and the mind will say, like, they discarded me, and go into victim mode. But actually, you knew that this was not fulfilling, so you walked away. It's like you created the circumstance to free yourself from this. So take a deep inhale and release the victimhood. Release being a victim. This is going to really free up your field. Good. Because when we hold on to being a victim, we are creating dis-ease in the body. Resentment, anger. Release resentment and anger towards this person. Imagine, letting your mind imagine that you are completely free from this person. You're happy. And you're wishing them the best. You wish happiness for them instead of being angry and resentful. Right? That's a game changer right there. Because that's going to help you not care anymore. It's going to free you from feeling victimized by this person. And by doing this, you're freeing up and clearing your energy field. So if this is if this is really your person, that person will come back, hands down, and it will be effortless. Why? Because you have cleared your field. And when you clear your field, it actually shifts them too. Whether they come back or not, it actually helps them too. And that's where a lot of people get stuck. When I'm working with them, they're like, yeah, I can change and I can shift, but that's not going to affect them. Especially people that want to, get back together. They don't want to be in separation mode anymore. And I'm like, okay, well, if you don't believe this, then, you're not going to be able to come back, because you don't realize how powerful. I mean, we're all connected. We're all one. That person is a version of you that was reflecting things back. So whenever something like this happens, and it's painful to go through, it's actually giving you an opportunity to shift, to grow, to heal, so that you can have a healthier love life. And that's just one aspect of your life. You could have a healthier, wealthier, a healthier body, a wealthier life. You could, whatever you want. But we don't realize that these thoughts and feelings that we're holding on to are actually holding us back and limiting us from experiencing exactly what we want. So if this person you still feel is your person, or that you're meant to be together, then just do this work. Don't look for results. Easier said than done, but don't look for results and see what happens. And you might be very surprised that this person could feel, once you are not holding resentment and anger towards them, and you're just neutral, and your whole energy is safe. They feel that. They may not even know consciously, but they feel that safety. The other thing that they will feel is when you completely release and you don't have them at all in your consciousness anymore, you're not feeding any energy towards them, they will feel that too. And a lot, that's usually when they come back, and that's usually when you hear from them, because on some level, because we're all one, we're all connected, they feel that disconnection, that you are no longer available. So that's usually when you hear back from them. So don't do it for that, but allow yourself to be free from all of this, so that you can no longer obsess over this. But the obsession, again, don't beat yourself up. The obsession is really for the desire for God. It's the desire to be in that love 24/7, but we already are. And that's why it's like people do affirmations, people visualize. There's nothing wrong with that. That's really, really good stuff. But we are visualizing, let's say we're visualizing more money. We're actually just learning how to stop practicing separation from money, because our mind is believing that we're separate from money or separate from love. In your case, you feel separate from love. So by doing affirmations or visualizations, you're training the mind to believe something that your soul already knows, and your soul already has it. Your soul already is the love that you're seeking. Your soul already has the money, the wealth. Everything around you is yours. The only reason why we think it's not is because we practice separation. It's very deep, but that's what releasing is all about, is letting go of these thoughts and feelings that we feel are keeping us from having what we want. Easier said than done. Why? Because we have been thinking this way habitually for years, sometimes eons, sometimes lifetimes, okay? So don't beat yourself up if you feel like this is really difficult. So take a deep inhale, and if you feel the shift, please put something in the comments. I'd love to hear from you if you do feel the shift. And if you want to do more of a deep dive, this is what I do with my private clients. As I do the energy healing, the clearing, I help you consciously release whatever is in the way for you to have what you want and what you deserve. And actually, you're just tuning into already having it. Then you're letting it become an experience in your life. So it's already there in your soul. You're just allowing it in. So thank you for joining me on this. Again, my name is Deborah. I'm an intuitive reader, energy healer, and quantum coach.